In this video, we're going to continue to explore WordPress, the free version. So we are exploring all the features that you can use for free to test and exercise with WordPress before moving into upgrading into better plans. So we are here in the dashboard, in the home page of the dashboard, and we're still creating our look and feel of the website. So we're still in a design phase. We are testing out the various themes. We saw how we can change a design or a theme by going into select a design or by going into the appearance and themes. And we saw that once we get the theme, we can start editing various parts of the layout. We can customize the theme a little bit. And again, there is a limit until you need to upgrade. So we can do like a few things. We can use few features when we are in the default plan. But it's good to get started and to understand everything, which is what we're doing in this really simple video course. So I can go there into the themes. If I right click, I can open the page in another new page, so I can always go back and check the others. So you can see this is a pick a design page. And again, we could choose one of these template right away. We saw it's really easy. We cannot use all the different styles here. We can only use the default. But if you want, we can just select it and start with these templates. And we can do this also with themes. So if I want to change, right now I'm using this one here. So if we want to change, like with this one, just click on activate organizer, and that's it. Just wait and you will have another theme. Now be careful, because the theme is not like the overall website. It's just the look. So it is the color that you're using and the font essentially. So it's really like how you're gonna display things, but it doesn't concern the layout. You need to create your own layout, your own pages, and this is something we're gonna see in this video. So once you change here, let me just go back using the arrow here. You can check your new updates by just from the dashboard. You can click on visit site, and you can see it automatically opens a new page, and this is the new website. But first of all, it's empty. Doesn't have, well, it's not totally empty. It does have some text here, but this is just a placeholder. And then we don't really have a menu here. We don't really have pages. So it's just, again, the overall look and feel. So we need to work on this. Down here, we also have edit site. And when we click on edit, usually we are sent to the editor, which the most changes take place. And there you go. This is another way. Now, there are some specific areas you may want to consider first, which are the header and the footer, and what it's between those. So usually the header is on the top. It's also called the banner sometimes, and the footer is on the bottom, and it usually contains like social links and other like a map for the site and the author and other stuff like copyright and things like that. Now I just want to close this. When I get back to select the design or the themes. Now in the themes page, if we scroll down a little bit, we should find this area where it's going to get you to design your own. So you either pick a design like we did in the previous video, or you can create the design on your own with limited features again. So basically you can select patterns to define a layout. You can style it up, but this is premium. And then you can insert your content by editing the pages. So if you click here, you're gonna get started designing your own. And also from here, again, if you click on select the design, you can pick a design and pick one of these. There are the default themes, or you can click on design your own, and you will be sent to the same exact page, which is this one here. So you can see it's the same exact page. So I'm just going to close one of the two. And well, how does it work here? Now here you can select the patterns. Now patterns are like already like a combination of blocks, so they are ready-made section of your website that you can use and then you can customize. And these are like, the most popular areas that usually you find on websites. So again, you have the header on the top, and then you can bring in all this stuff here, which is already prepared for you. It's already preset for you. And then you have the footer. So let's create the header first. For example, I want the first one here on the top. So if I click here, this is the standard header. Now, usually in the header, you would find a menu with the pages that you can reach. So the various pages of your website. And usually you have the title on the top, in the middle, sometimes in the left, some other times. And then you have extra stuff, probably or probably not, depending on the website. Now, what you can do here is also click on this shuffling feature. So if you click on shuffle, it's going to show you all the various options that you have right here. And again, these are presets, but they're really handy. If you want to start with something you don't have a clear idea, you can just go click here and quickly move from a template to another and see which one you like the most. You can see the menu here sometimes changes position as well as the title and so on. Now we have 3 pages here, but this are just holders, placeholders. We didn't create yet the pages, but when we will create the pages, we can edit this menu right here. So again, I can continue until I find something that I like. Let's say that I like this one. Now we have the header. Now probably the other thing we would need is the footer. So I'm just going to go all the way down here and go to the footer. Now usually the header and the footer will be visible on each single page that you're going to create. So let's say that I want this footer right here. And again, also if I go down here, I can shuffle until I find the one that I like. And you can see there are like social media, other links and information and things like that. You can also delete one of these pattern, or you can add more. Now let's add something more. If I go down here, you can see we have intros. So perhaps we can add, some images of our work. And then we have about. So like an introduction, you can do with images, you can do with text, and then you can bring in some services. Now, there are some websites that contain all the information on the first splash page, on the first home page. Other websites are organized into different pages. So depending on what you want to show, you can bring in some of these patterns. So I can use here like services. So I have now a header and then some middle content and then the footer. And then I can continue here. Then you can add store if you want to sell things and quotes. And also you can see here customer ratings and things like that. Blog posts if you want to show some posts that you have inserted in your website. Newsletter, gallery, if you have images, contacts, and so on. But these are already here in the footer, so probably I don't want to use those too much, but a map sometimes should be fine. So I want to click here and add also here a map. Now you can see that you can also click on these arrows and reorganize the position of these. Now, if you don't see too much from here, you can always use the zoom tool here, click and drag to see more of the web page. So some web pages, again, are really long, are really high. So you can scroll a lot before you get to the end of those. In some website, a lot of things are on the main web page. In other websites, again, the content is divided into pages. Now again, you have these 3 devices: PC, tablet, desktop, laptop, and smartphone. So smartphone, tablets, desktop, laptop. So you can test the various devices like this. Now, when you finish, you can click on select the styles, and you will be now in the style selection phase, but you can see that basically everything here is premium. So you need to switch to a premium account. You need to upgrade. So right now we're gonna use only the default ones. So freestyle. And also for the fonts, it goes the same way. So you have only one, and then you have all these that are only with premium fonts. And so we're just going to continue, save and continue. And let's read here all together. So this is going to activate this theme. So essentially you created a theme yourself using the designer instead of picking one that was already made. But we created this theme by using patterns that were already there. So we just, just defined our own using presets. And of course, you can have a high level of customization if you know how to write HTML, CSS, and so on, all the programming languages. Otherwise, you can use like the less complex editing features and customization features. So the content here will be replaced. After the activation, this layout will replace your existing home page, but you can still access your old content. So it's just an advice. And then here we need to select, I understand that this layout will replace my existing home page. So this is going to change the home page. Let's click on activate. And now we just need to wait that everything will be updated to this new layout. So again, as said, everything is really easy. When you start at a entry level, everything is going to be preset. So you just need to select and then set the structure here, the web page structure, and then we can customize now. So right now we are in the site editor. You can see it from up here. And if I roll over with my mouse, I can come here, and if I click with the left mouse, I can change the text. So this is, for example, a standard text, and this is the title of my site. So I can change this. Let's call this title of WordPress website. And here you have the menu. So you can edit the menu. But before we edit this, I want to show you how you can create some pages. And remember that the pages are the structure of your website. So you need to think about how you can organize your content in different pages the best way you can. Now, also here, this is a simple text. We can type here home to remember that this will be our home page. And then we can go down here and we can click and change all these different texts. Now you can see that when you click, you're gonna get into the block editor. This is the block editor. We're gonna talk about this later, but just to show you that everything works with these blocks. So you can click, and that's the header. You can click here. You can also duplicate and select the group of blocks. These are group of blocks. You can click here and duplicate, delete, and so on, rename. So if you scroll down, you have all the other information that we selected, and you can edit all of this stuff. Now, when I finish here with the first editing touches, I can click on save, and it's gonna tell me here, okay, what you wanna change here? You wanna change the site title because we changed it here, the title. You wanna change the home page. You wanna change the header of the template because we changed the header just slightly. So we say yes, or we can just uncheck this. Well, let's leave everything checked on and save. Now the site has been updated. So I'm still here. I can continue and then save other changings. Now we can also activate the settings panel. This usually is good when you need to work with the pages and paths. And here we have the styles again, but all of these will be like not edible. So if I can try here to change some of these colors, but then when I save, here it's gonna tell me, okay, but you need, see, if you want to use those, you need to upgrade to premium. So just need now to remove the premium styles and leave the defaults. Again, save. Well, I didn't change much here, but let's save again. And then let's click on the big W here to open the navigation. So you can see that we are still in the editor. This is not the home page. We are still in the editor. To get back to the home page, I click again here on the arrow, and there we are. We are back to the home page. And now the preview here has changed. Now, if I right click, open this in a new page, if I click on edit site, I will be back in the editor. So most of the action here takes place in the editor. And also, well, here, select a design. I will restart again by selecting a design, picking a design, or creating my design. And also here, you can go to edit site, which is going to bring you back again to the editor. Now, if I don't see the menu on the left, I click on the W, and there again, we are there. So it's really important to know how you can go back and forward. You can get back to the home page and then follow where you left off in the design and so on. It's really important to understand how everything works so that you can move yourself comfortably inside WordPress. So inside the website editor, then we can again click like this, and we have the block editor. So the block editor is recognizable because it's kind of a pop-up panel here. In the general editor, we have this left side panel. So you have here navigation. Now this is about the internal navigation that we can do with the pages, but right now we didn't create any page. We didn't set up those, so we don't have much to do right here. You can change the style again, but remember, you need to have premium. You can see the pages. So if I click here, you can see I only have one page, which is called info right now. So if I click here, you can see that there are some, well, information about this particular page. You can see it's a draft. And if I click here, I can edit again. So you can see how it goes on the same page over and over. You can move to trash. You can click here and open up the page, which is this one here. You can see, well, if you don't consider the banner, the header and the footer, this is the page right here in the middle. So it's really few information here. This is just to have at least one page. Let me go back here to my home. Okay, I didn't want to go too back, so let me just click on edit site. And let's get back here. Or we can close this and come back here. And well, let's say that I don't want this, so I'm just gonna move it to trash. There you go. So now we don't have anything here in the pages. Then we have templates. Now templates are particular pages like the home page or the page 404, which is going to be displayed like this, that you can set up again. So you can change the text and so on. So these are like ready-made, again, groups of blocks that you can use, like search results, things like that. You can customize all these if you want. You can also manage the templates from here. So if you click here, these are the current templates. Let's go back. And well, that's basically it. Nothing. Well, you can also click here and edit again the various templates. Again, I'm going to click on the arrow, I'm going to go back, and now we are in the patterns. Now, patterns, you can see here that again are like groups of blocks that define an area of your website. So if I go here again, I find the footer, and I find the, let me see here, the header. So you can also customize it from here, but you need to click and duplicate the header, make a copy. You can see here, you can change the role. So let's make this a header again, and we can duplicate. Once you duplicate it, you can save it like a different pattern that you can reuse. So you click on review change and save if you want. So you're going to create a copy that you can use later. And then you can move over with others here. So you can see these are all locked. So you just duplicate if you want to customize them and store them. And then you can manage your patterns and manage the templates part. Now let's go back again and let's see some navigation. So right now we don't have much here in the navigation. So I can also rename this because this is, I don't know why, in Italian. So I'm just going to call this navigation. Okay, and there you go. And I can click here, and you can see that there are no pages here. So what I'm gonna do is go back before getting into the navigation. I wanna go back directly in my, I don't wanna save here. I'm just gonna go back to my dashboard, and we're gonna go here to pages. So this is where you can see all the pages you have, or you can add new pages. So let's click on all pages, and you can see we don't have any page, only a home page, which is a template home page. And this is trashed, so this is the one that I just deleted, and we don't have any other page. So we need to click on a new page from here, or from here, to create our new page. And now again we have these nice and preset pages that we can use. So these are predefined layout that we can use to start with something instead of a blank page. So we either use a blank page, or we can select these. Remember, this is going to be like the central part of your website, so kind of the content. And again, these are all like groups of blocks that then you can edit, change the pictures, the text with whoever you want, and so on. So let's say that I want to use these, and I want to create a new page, which is going to be an about page, but you can change the name also. So I'm going to click here, and here we can change now the page. We can edit the page using the blocks. So you can click on the blocks, change the image, click on the text, change the text. What I'm gonna do here is just change the title. And I'm gonna do this by typing the home. So this is gonna be my new home page, and publish. Now you can either save draft and leave it there, or you can publish directly. So let's publish. And just you need to wait a few seconds, and that's it. You're gonna have now a page address. So this is gonna have a defined page address, which is, you can see, home page. You can view the page. Let's view it in a new page. You can add a new page from here. You can copy, and basic things. So if I click now, I can review my home page, which is this one here at the moment, and kind of redundant here. So home here, home page here. So you probably want to like take off one of the other, but just to show you again. Now you can always change the theme anytime. You can also get back to the editor by clicking on edit page. Now you're back in the editor for this page, and you can edit this. There you go. So you have an editor for the pages, you have an editor for the posts, you have an editor for the website, and you have a block editor for the blocks. So it's, if you click here, you can see now we're editing the block. If you switch here, you're editing the page, and these are other stuff that we're gonna see later. So other information and settings that can be useful. Now I wanna go back, so I'm just gonna close this, and let's close these other pages. There you go. And let me just go back to the view pages. So this is now, it has added a home page. Let's add some other page. So I'm going to go to add new page from here, and this is going to be the next one. Now it takes time to load because it's going to load all the templates. So let's say that I want to do another one. I want to do a gallery with the theme. So when I use like this template, it's fine. Or let's use this other, doesn't matter. Okay, and I want to call this our theme. So I'm gonna type here, or just theme actually, because this is the title of the page, so it needs to be short. And here I'm gonna save draft. I don't wanna publish yet. So I'm gonna save, wait for the page to be saved, and then I can go back to the other pages. I can also use this one here to go to the home page, or click here and go back to the pages. So you can see now this is draft here. And let's create a last one. So I'm gonna add new page. I want to create a blank page now, just to show you the difference, and also that you can start from zero is not a problem. So templates are there to help you, but you can also click on blank page, and this is going to be a totally blank page. Let's call these like contacts, and let's just type something here just to show you that we are using a textile block, and then save draft, and I want to publish. There you go. And I want to go back now to the pages. So click here, view pages. Now you can see I only have one publish and the other two are drafts. It's actually still updating here. There you go. So you need to wait a few seconds. Now, if you want to turn this into published, you can click here and you can publish, you can preview, you can copy the page, you can copy the link, you can trash it, and you can go back to the editor. Now, I just want to publish. So I'm going to click here, and now these are published. Now we have 3 pages. So there you go. We don't have any draft. Everything is in the published section. Now I want to go back to my appearance and to the editor because I want to update the menu that we have. So let's see here. Now we are back to the editor, the site editor. And now what I'm going to do is just click directly here in the area where there are the buttons for my website. So I'm going to double click to underline home, click on the link, and you can see now it has only the hashtag. So I'm going to click here to modify this. Just going to delete this with the backspace, and I'm going to select on page from the list. Now these are internal links, which means that they will connect everything internally. I'm going to change this one here to team, underline, click on the link, click on modify, get rid of the hashtag, and just select the team page. And then here the contacts, same thing. I already have that, so it's actually called contacts with the S. So I'm going to change it, link, modify the link, get rid of the hashtag, and then select contacts. So this is how we can start to build up our navigation menu, which is really important. This is the representation of your structure of the website. So the website is composed in terms of pages. Now I'm gonna end this lesson right here. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, subscribe to the channel to stay updated. If you want to thank us, join the channel as a supporter, check our other courses and guides, and see you in the next lesson.